the question I want to ask you guys is, my sister is dating somebody who has not been working for about a year. Now, me and my mom, we send my sister money a lot because she works at a train museum, and surprise, surprise, California state jobs, I mean, they don't always pay good. Sometimes they pay very shit.
Yeah, I mean, she works at a train museum.
Like, now my sister...
it's not an essential part of the state government. I mean, it's a cool job, but of
Do they
course.
even have trains in California? I've never seen a train. She ain't got no job. I think she probably made up that job. That's why they're sending her money. They need to look into this fucking job.
Like, now my sister, she's always going to surgery for, like, different ovarian kind of stuff.
Damn.
Oh.
And she's going into surgery again this month. And at the same time, they're moving to one of the shittiest fucking areas in Sacramento, bro. I mean, we all know Sacramento sucks, but fucking there's really bad fucking spots in there.
Okay.
But yeah, this dude, he had a job when they started dating, but he quit that. I think he got fired because he just stopped going. And then he got another job at fucking Joe's Crab Shack. And on his first day, he had a panic attack and fucking quit. I mean, dude, not having a job for a few weeks while you're looking for one is totally fine. But, bro, when you're dating a girl and she has to pay for all your shit.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And her family members are also paying for your shit. Like, dude. I want to stomp this dude out, but I know that's not right.
That's what you should be doing. You should be writing
and
stuff.
I'm thinking I should fucking talk to him.
You should be in
man to man.
jiu-jitsu class. you should be getting ready, bro.
You should be training Brian instead of writing stuff.
Let's finish him out here, eldest.
You know, cut the bullshit. Tired of hearing my mom bitch about this dude. I'm tired of bitching about this dude.
Yeah.
Needs to fucking grow up. They're older than me. That's all, Stav. That's all.
Older than you.
Side note, I befriended a Bosnian coworker with some good old Albanian racism, and that was kind of cool. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Fuck out of here.
No, wait a minute. Hold on now. Albanian racism. Yeah, let's what?
He's saying his Bosnian friend talks about how bad Albanians are. So it's that classic, the Balkans thinking they're better than each other when they're the exact same type of guy.
They're all cousins.
That's always fun.
Hey, although I saw racism and I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then she blacked out. Yeah, I did.
It's white on white racism,
Okay.
don't worry.
You know what? Yeah, as you were. Sydnee Addies. You're right. I'm going to stomp that guy.
Let's see here.
Giving money to the sister who's giving money to this guy, you already know what you need to do, and you got to that conclusion while you were leaving that voicemail.
I mean, it's also like she's his older sister, and at a certain point, this isn't your problem. Like, I know it's like, it's kind of, does he still live with his mom? Like, there's a lot I'm curious. There's a lot I'm curious about here, right? Where
Stuff is not adding up.
A lot's not adding up here.
The surgeries every time. I don't know. No surgeries. The job. The train museum. He ain't got no job. How is this all? They're moving to Sacramento? Like, who just moves to Sacramento?
I think they probably live already in Sacramento. That's where the state train museum is. And they're moving to a shittier part of Sacramento.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right. A lot's not adding up here. Like, how serious are these health problems? Number one.
What's their insurance?
What's the insurance situation?
I don't think the train museum has.
Who knows though? If she's a state employee, she might actually have good. She might have a bad salary, but good
she
benefits.
might have to work enough hours to get that though.
Yeah, who knows? But I am
a real job in a while.
Yeah, I mean none of us have.
Like, oh my God,
yeah. But like I am a little. She's older than you, and this is ultimately like yes, obviously this guy sucks, but like. Have you had a conversation with your sister? And the hard part is, we've all been there when somebody...
No, fight that man.
Yeah,
Don't talk to your sister. Beat that nigga's ass.
He's not yes. He doesn't have it in him. You know he doesn't. He's calling this show.
I know, right?
This is Stav show is the new Delilah.
Yeah.
I love her. She's like, oh, this goes out to this show is that.
Listen, he need to heat up some Mountain Dew and go do the do. He's gotta fucking mollywop this man.
He needs
fucking warm up cans and beat him in the get a pillowcase full of hot Mountain Dew cans and beat the fuck out of this guy.
Yes.
And tell him to apply to Lowe's.
They're always hiring.
And you know what? A bunch of stuff just opened up. They fired all the DEI people.
Yeah, that is true.
These people sound very pure white.
Yeah.
So,
Does this guy know how to code? Maybe Elon will hire him. So I don't know, man. I mean, obviously, yes, you reserve the right to beat this guy with whatever soft drink of your choice you want. But I mean, at a certain point, also, how many times have you been there where it's like somebody you're close with dates a fucking idiot? That just happens, and sometimes the harder you push against it, the more they're like. So that's what
I love him.
Yeah, that's the hard thing here is that like I've been there, we've all been there, and some of this is you just got to let them figure it out.
Yeah.
Also, how old are you? What's going on with your family? You say like you're still living with your mom. How young are you? You might just need a little bit of time to go do your own shit and stop worrying about your family too much, especially if this guy.
You think he's 15, 17?
I think he could be early 20s.
Like early 20s, and I think she's maybe mid to late. Because he was like, she's older than me, and that she could be like a year older than him.
And yeah, totally.
I think if he stops helping, because it sounds like him and the mom are helping, I think if you stop, the mom is going to hit her breaking point, and the sister's going to have to.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I want to know, did the mom donate to the fires? Because it's like you giving money to the daughter, but the fires really.
But when you think about it, the daughter is a dumpster fire.
That is true.
Or that's the relationship.
I didn't say that.
Well, that's the hard part, though, is that ultimately this comes down to your sister's dickmatized by a loser, and that's until she breaks that spell. There's nothing that can be done here. She's letting some fucking guy live off her already shitty salary to the point that she's asking her family for money and moving to a shittier apartment. The problem is with your sister. This guy,
brother, you have to take his dick. That's what it is.
Yeah, you have to
take the dick.
But I mean, it all makes sense though. I feel like an unemployed dude would have good dick.
Absolutely. That's a survival mechanism.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's a hobosexual.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's literally banging for roof.
And
I was doing that for research purposes, and I will say.
Yeah, you're writing a book.
I will say. To the case.
The name of the book, 50 Shades of Poor.
Seen all the shades, babe. Eggshell.
Sacramento.
Matte, flat, sheen, all the sheens. Yeah, I mean, look, dude, part of me is like, this is your sister's thing. Part of me is like, if you're like in your early 20s and you're still really wrapped up in your family's shit, you might just need to leave the nest and do your own thing for a couple years and maybe come back when you actually have some life experience and some resource. That's literally what I did, where I was like, my family was driving me fucking nuts. I just went out and did my own thing. I was lucky enough to have some good years, and I was like, all right, now I can help you guys. Now that I got my shit together, I can actually help out where I can. And maybe, you know what I mean? Like right now, it seems like you're too in the middle of stuff that ultimately isn't really your fucking job.
Nope.
That's the younger brother to fucking, your sister has to get this out of her system. A lot of people go through dating people that are bad for them. Hopefully she does get out of her system. Hopefully, you're not like, you don't, wake up to a text, good news, and it's a fucking sonogram. Exactly. That's horrible. That's a different question. Then we'll deal with that when we get there. Hopefully we don't. But right now, you kind of chill a little bit.
$50 for the plan B.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not even kidding. We will pay for her abortion. If this guy gets her, this show will pay for your sister's abortion.
I got an extra pair of sweatpants, girl, from ASOS. I'm with you. I can't drive, but I get you the Uber.
I'm gonna put a bunch of twisted teas and in a bag.
I'll heat up some Malta and you'll take that and then push it down the stairs. That's old school.